Good evening, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. I am grateful that you are all here. If you are watching the live, great. I am grateful. If you are watching the replay, no worries. You are right on time. I am grateful. So, two nights, we have been here for what? 30 days now. Tonight makes 30 days where we've been decoding Bible verses. But tonight's going to be a little bit different because I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of phone calls, a lot of different back and forth. And I want to assure everyone this and assure them of this. I am at peace. So we can always have a conversation, but I just want you to know this. I am not here to get you to change your beliefs. I am not here to argue with your theology, and I'm certainly not here to get you to change your faith or any of that. I'm simply here to open your mind to new perspectives. So take what resonates and leave the rest in love. And if it doesn't make sense and you think that it's unbiblical, do your own research, seek your own knowledge. But I beg you, seek it of your own inner understanding. Go and meditate. Take some time on your own. Don't just always take words in a book or words from other people or advice and knowledge from other people. Go and seek your own clarity. Because anything that I'm speaking to you right here, right now, I've done the work. I've done the work, basically. Stop talking the talk and listen to the other people's perspectives all the time and go do the work. Go meditate. Go sit. Go be still. Psalms 46 and 10, since you're very biblical here. Psalms 46 and 10. Be still and know that I am God. Go do the work. Go meditate. Go seek your own clarity from your own understanding and not just understanding that you've been taught and told 24/7. So tonight, no Bible verse. Tonight we're going to discuss sin because I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of phone calls, a lot of everything in regards to sin. And apparently a lot of people don't know what alignment means, misalignment means. Tonight I'm going to give you what you love best, definitions. But I want you to go and seek your own clarity. Go and seek your own understanding. And I'm telling you, not from somebody else. From your own inner knowing, your own inner understanding. Go and meditate. Go and be quiet. Ask the Creator to show you what you're seeking. Because obviously you're seeking something if you're commenting. So, and that's good because that's what I'm here for. I appreciate all the comments. I thank each and every one of you for the comments. But I have gotten a lot as of the last, maybe 3 or 4 videos, and I haven't responded to all of them. Tonight I'm going to respond to as many as I most possibly can. Just to explain again what sin means, what misalignment means, what alignment means, and move forward from there. So let me say this first. With parenting, because our parents punish us, okay, and they are our mother and father, and we know from teaching that God, hey Nicole, that God is our father, right? So we assume that because we're humans and we get punished from other humans and we get punished from our mother and father, we automatically assume that the Father that we call God, universe, spirit, is going to do the same thing. So we projected our human being activities, our human being emotions, and all of those things onto God, saying that God does the same thing. If that was the case, God is omnipresent. God is everything. God is everywhere. So why? And God has the power to cause you not to do any harm, right? But we got the choice of free will. I don't know how many times I'm going. Okay, so my Wi-Fi is acting up. I'm back. I apologize. My Wi-Fi is acting up. That's fine. I'm back. See, somebody don't want the message to be heard, but it's going to be heard tonight. So let me say this again. Not because your parents punish you, and they are your mother and father, and we believe the Creator to be our father, does that mean, hi Camden, does that mean that we're going to project our earthly parenting to do the same as our spiritual parenting or father. It's not the same. That's not how that works. Because why would God give us free will, free choice, hi, Nicole, and expect us to, I did say hi, I'm sorry, my computer glitched out and lagged. I apologize if you didn't get that. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Camden. Hello, everyone here. Thank you all for being here tonight. But I'm not doing a Bible verse tonight. I'm getting into the word sin. I'm going to dig down into sin. I've gotten multiple comments. I've gotten multiple phone calls. And apparently, it's triggering a few folks. And that's great because that's what I wanted to do, to be honest. That's what I'm here for, to shift your spirits and to get you questioning. Because for so long, you've stayed quiet and just absorbed the teaching without answering, without asking any questions. You just absorbed it and made it your own belief because you were taught it and you were told it by the people that we love most, our parents, our pastors, our teachers, and so forth. But look, listen, I'm glad you're questioning, but I want you to go and seek your own knowledge, okay? In case you didn't get this before the computer lagged out. I want you to seek your own knowledge. And I'm not talking about going to seek it from a book, going to seek it from somewhere else. I'm talking about go and be still, meditate, and ask that this knowledge be shown to you from inner, okay? Do the work. Don't just go and read a book because you can physically read a book. Don't just go and ask people for advice or answers. Go and do the real work because I've done the real work. And this is what resonates with me. And this is what has been shown and led me to this answer, to this knowing, okay? Sin was a Hebrew word, okay? Since I'm going to take it all the way back. Sin was a Hebrew word, hata, okay? And the meaning of the word before it got switched up and changed like so many words in the dictionary was missing the mark, to stray off path, to be out of alignment. And the word alignment is the state of being in harmony with truth, love, and reality as God designed it. Misalignment is the state of living out of harmony with truth, love, and inner awareness. Even though the connection in misalignment is meaning that you're not aware of what it is that you're saying and doing. You're not remembering. You're never disconnected from God. Someone commented and said that sin means that you are separate from God. We can never be separate from God. If God is omnipresent, God is everywhere. Look at me. If God is everywhere, how can you ever be separate from God? So sin doesn't mean being separate from God. It means being misaligned. Missing the mark. That is what sin means. Missing the mark. If this doesn't resonate with you, I want you to go do the work and meditate. Don't go ask somebody else or look it up because I'm telling you this because it resonates with me. And I've been shown these things because I was once confused just like you are. I used to think that sin meant being unworthy. I used to think that I had to earn back the Creator's, God's love. That's not the case. God is not like our parents. God does not punish. And we project our earthly emotions, our earthly habits onto the Creator because we are made in His image and likeness. But that's not how it works. That may appear to be how it works here, or that may be what you've learned from your fear-based teaching, but that is not the case. I do have some comments that I'm going to reply to here tonight. So if you missed the replay, or if you missed the live, I apologize. You can watch the replay. But I'm not going to comment to like over 30 comments about the same thing. I had a young lady send me like 30 Bible verses. Look, listen. The only reason why we were born into sin, and not the sin that you think, not the sin that you've been taught, I should say. The fearful sin, the fearful sin that you're going to hell sin, all of that sin is not the right sin. I'm talking about the sin where you strayed off path, the sin where you're misaligned, the sin where you missed the mark. That sin, that's the sin I'm talking about. Yes, Because we were born into conditioning. We were born into survival mode. We was born into fight or flight mode. Those are the modes that we were born into, because those are the modes our parents were born into and their parents were born into. So therefore, we picked up their habits and their routines and we made them our habits and routines. And we picked up their beliefs and we made them our beliefs. How many people in this room can honestly tell me that they are a Christian because they chose to be a Christian? Not because they heard it from somewhere else, not because their parents taught them it, they grew up in it, but they chose, they went, meditated, and said, and God led them to be a Christian. How many people in the room was literally led by the Creator or their spirit or their inner knowing or their inner being to be a Christian? And there's nothing wrong with being a Christian. I used to be a Christian. And this is about religion, period. I'm not even just talking about Christian. How many people in the room that would here right now was actually led, chosen? They chose to be the religion that they are right now. Or was it something that their parents did or something they heard another person speak of? Or they picked it up in a certain confinement. Let's just put it like that. How many people can honestly tell me that right here, right now, that they are true believers because of their own design? Not because someone else led them to do so, something else led them to do it, but other than themselves. Because most people are going to tell you that they grew up in it. Right. So therefore, it's not your own belief. It's a belief that you were taught. And I'm not trying to badger nobody and I'm not coming after nobody. I grew up in the church. So I was taught to believe what I believe until I went and did my own work. And I'm not talking about reading books and I'm not talking about asking other people's advice. I'm talking about meditating and being led and having my spirit lead me to my beliefs. And I question every single thing that I was told or taught from anyone else, parents, anybody. So when you come on here and you ask me these questions, I don't want you to respond to me. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's your choice, but I'm probably not going to respond to all of the comments. That's why I'm here right now. I want you to do your own work. If you come to me and ask me the same thing over and over and over, I'm just not going to respond. I love you. Don't get me wrong. I love you, but I want you to know that do your own work. Stop just following behind things that you were taught and never questioning. Because a lot of those things changed over time. A lot of definitions changed over time. Okay? It changed over time. Sin doesn't mean being separate from the Creator. We're never separate. Hi, Francine. If God is everywhere, omnipresent, all of the omnis, I'm not even going to get into them right now. Why would you ever think that you could be separate from something that's everywhere? And the trees and the plants and the dirt and the air and the breath and every person around you. Why would you think that you could ever be separate? Even if you sin, you can't. It's impossible for you to be separate from the one and true being that created you. There is no separation. There is no separation. So I was going to start it all over from the beginning, but you know what? I think I done gave y'all a lot right now. And again, I'm not trying to argue with your theology. I'm not arguing with your beliefs. I just want you to question. That's it. So when you come and you comment back to me and you tell me that I have to dig into my Bible a little bit further, or I have to read the context, that's what you're doing. You're literally just reading the words and taking the definitions. I only brung you those definitions because I know that's what you resonate with. So I just brung the definitions just so you can get a better understanding of them. But no, do the real work, guys. Do the work and go and meditate and seek your own understanding. Seek your own understanding, because that's what's going to serve you in the long run. That's where you're going to get a better knowing. Hear me use that word, because it's, you know, the information. You do. You just are misaligned and you don't remember. That's it. And a lot of us, like I said in a few previous videos, we are misaligned because we are not following the correct systems. We are out of season. We are following the systems that we have been taught and told to follow. And I don't know what more to tell you. If you're just gonna be a little puppet on the string, then don't let me piss you off, because I don't want to. I honestly don't want to. I'm simply here just spreading the knowledge. And I love being here. I absolutely love being here, because this is my purpose, and this is my calling, and this is what I'm doing, being a guiding light, a messenger. So comment and be fair and be nice, because I won't comment back. I'm going to tell you this from now. I still love you. I'm going to do it like the other guy does on this page on YouTube. Subscribe or don't. But I know you get the understanding. I know that something inside you triggers you. That's why you ask. You ask the questions you ask, and I'm grateful that you do ask. But I don't want it to be like I'm arguing with you or I'm trying to convince you of my truth. So that's why I say do the work. Do your own work. Don't just go listen to what a bunch of people can tell you, because they will tell you. But think about it. It's just their perspective as well. They're just as human being as you are and I am. So go do your own work. Go meditate. Go listen and go seek the clarity from within, because it's there. God is everywhere. God is in us. God has never left us. We've never been separate. Even when we do things that we feel like the Creator wouldn't approve of, that's fine. The Creator is still there with you. And I know this is going to sound harsh and crazy, but even when you go outside and you harm another person, God is still with you. He hasn't left you. You, the individual, stop blaming God. You, the individual, are misaligned in that moment. You are what we would call sinning at that moment, because you are misaligned. You are straying off the path. But that's not a permanent state. You can fix that. There's consequences to every choice. Now, don't get me wrong. There's consequences to your choices that you made, but God is still with you in that moment. Okay? In every moment that you have, in every breath that you take, in everything that you do, God is always with you. You're never separate. Yes, girl, I've been getting a lot of comments. A lot. We are. But people don't want to hear that. It's blasphemy to them. But that's fine. That's fine. I want you guys to go do your own work and seek your own knowledge. Don't come to me thinking I have all the answers. This is what I speak is from my truth. It's from my knowing. And I had to do the work for it. I was just like you, listening to what I was taught and believing it. It became my belief because I was taught the belief and so forth from parents and their parents. So it became my belief. But I did the work because a lot of things started to not make sense. So I had to go seek my own clarity. Excuse me. I had to go seek my own clarity, and that's what I did. So this information, and this is my truth, and it resonates with me. And it resonates with me. So when you throw the Bible verses at me, I'm going to tell you, I can break them down for you. Yes, I can definitely break them down for you. But what I'm not going to do is keep going back and forth with you, because I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not. I simply just want to, share my perspective with you, and you take what resonates and leave the rest in love. Thank you. And that's the thing too, friends. See, I'm not trying to be right. Jesus wasn't trying to be right. He was right in his truth. And he was coming to help you find your awareness. He was coming to help you, bring you back to you, your inner knowing, your inner power, your inner belief. They taught us what was taught to them. Exactly. And that's cool, because that's the only thing they could do, because they didn't seek their own understanding. They didn't seek their own knowing. So that information passed down from their generation to the next generation to the next generation. And that's what we consider, or should be considered, generational curses. Because you're not looking to change anything. You're not looking to question anything, even when it doesn't feel right. You'll go and get a scripture and throw the scripture back at me and then tell me the definitions. No. Go and do your work. Go and do your work and sit and do the inner knowing. Go meditate. Okay? Yes, open your mind. Go open your mind, body, and soul. Because you need all three. In order to be aligned, all three has to be locked in. Not just one. Not your mind having the information from the books. No, your inner knowing has to lock in the same way your thought, lock in with your thoughts, lock in with your body, and lock in with your soul. That's it. That's how you become aligned, and that's how everything flows so easily. That's how it becomes so effortlessly. But you, the individual, have to do the work. Like even when people want to lose weight, they don't want to do the work. Nowadays, you have people, and I'm not knocking nobody. Please don't take this as an insult. Please don't. Nowadays, you have people wanting to go, instead of doing the work, you have them wanting to go to lose weight. They want to go do the surgery. They want to go get the shot. They want to go do everything but literally change the way they eat and exercise. They want to take it out the easy route. They want to do the easy way. Come on. Come on. I pick up books. I read books, but I don't just leave it there. I take it deeper. I meditate, especially when it doesn't make sense and I want to truly remember. I want to truly know, not just take somebody else's word for it. That's not how it works, though. Like I let my children the other day, give me your definition of the word power. Don't look it up. Don't do anything. Write on this piece of paper what you think the word power means. No Google, no nothing. And they had to literally think, and they used experiences that they've been through to tell me what they thought power meant. And you know who that was reflecting back to them? You know what that was? That was their intuition. That was their spirit. That was their creator. That was their knowing that told them what the word power means. I could go look it up in the dictionary. Somebody else put that in that book. Somebody else put it there. If I truly want to know what power means to me, I'll go and meditate. I'll go and do the work. I'll go and seek the clarity because I want the information. Everybody wants, right now, we live in a world right now that wants instant gratification. They want it right here, right now. And that's why a lot of people are overworked, tired, stressed out, anxiety high, because they don't want to take the time off and meditate and be still and know. But then you come throw Bible verses at me. That's not going to work because I'm going to tell you who told you that. I'm going to ask you, who told you that? Did you seek that information and that knowledge on your own? I grew up in church. I can tell you this right now. I grew up in church. I say this all the time. My father was a bishop and my grandfather was a pastor of a church. He owned a church. I'm going to say it. I used to eat, shit, and breathe. Nothing more than Bible, nothing more than church. That was me all day, every day. And like I tell you all the time, if somebody told me something outside of what I believed, I assumed they were going to hell. I assumed they were sinning, and I assumed that would follow me if I stood by them in a rainstorm and they got hit with lightning, I was getting hit too. So I wouldn't associate with it. Now I no longer believe that. No, it makes no sense to me. Half of the stuff that I was taught growing up from people that I loved, from people that I trusted, the things that they taught me makes no sense. But guess what I did? I did the work. I meditated. I seek the knowledge that was already within me. I didn't just take somebody else's word for it because those words didn't serve me. And they didn't make sense. And I wasn't scared to question, and I wasn't scared to do the work. I wasn't. I'm talking about I can literally ask spirit to tell me something, to show me something, and I'm hearing my voice respond back to me. Yes, I wrote a whole book with that alone. Wake up, we got work to do. Wake up, we got work to do. Have you ever been woken up in the middle of the night, anywhere from 3 to 5, and you don't know why? Get a pen and a pad in your hand, and I bet you'll find out why. Or go in a room and sit down quiet and say, talk to me. Spirit, lead me. Because we all have that in us. Because the Creator lives within us. We are all one. Do you understand me? We are all one. So the way you take sin, it don't make sense to me like that no more. No, people don't want to do the work. That's the thing, is they want to take everybody else's word for it because it's comfortable and it's easy. It's really easy. I tell you, the only thing that I can sum this back to is the same thing with exercise. We want to look sexy. Me too. But we don't want to do the work. I do. I do want to do the work. I have slacked off the work. I'm going to be very honest. I have slacked off the work. I have. But what I'm not going to do is go allow somebody else to do the work for me. I'm not going to go get, and again, don't take this wrong. I'm not telling you there's nothing wrong with this, and I'm not telling you not to do it. But I'm not going to go and get my body done. I'm not going to go and take the shots. I'm going to go do the work because that's what's going to serve me in the long run. Stop looking for the short way out. Stop looking for the shortcut and go and do the work because that's the only thing that's going to actually serve you. You can't get your lesson or your message with instant gratification. You can't. It won't stick. That's the thing is, you'll get this money, you'll get this, you'll get that, and then you'll still be empty. Something's still missing, and that is why. Because you thought that instant gratification, once I get this, then I'll be okay. Once I do this, then I'll be okay. And then you realize in that notion, it never works. Yes. And you said, remember me at the perfect time, because the remember me that I'm talking about is remember who you are. Remember the power that you possessed. Remember, because it's there. Possess. It's there. It's there. Do the work. Go meditate. Journal in the morning. Take some time out for you. Take some time off of that 9 to 5 that's burning you the hell out 24/7. And hell ain't no real place. It's a state of being. It's where you put yourself at. Because you don't have to stay there. It's not a place that you stay in. Hi, so hell. It's not a place that you stay in. So, look, listen. Throw all the Bible verses you want at me. And something else that somebody taught you. You can. I love it. But I just want you to know that I'm not here to argue with you. Because I won't. But I want you to know that you got to do the work too. Do the work. I'm here to express this to you. I'm here to express this to you because this is my calling and this is my purpose. But when it doesn't resonate and you get upset with me, and I don't care. I'm be honest. I love you the same way. But I don't care, and I'm certainly not going to go back and forth with you because it's not my job. It is not my job to make you get it. And I'm certainly not going to argue with you because I love you forever and I don't want you to be upset with me. But if you choose to be, I can't do nothing about that. And it won't change my emotions towards you. But stop taking the shortcut. Stop loving that instant gratification and do the work. Do the freaking work. If you want to lose weight, just using this as an example because I'm in that realm right now. Do the freaking work. If you want to be the change, be the change. You want your children to do something differently, you do it first. Because they're not learning from you telling them with your mouth. They're not. That's not how we learn. We learn from our own experiences, one. And we learn from seeing others do. So, do what you need to do. All right? And do your own work. Don't take everybody's word for it. Yes, there's knowledge in the books. The Bible, all these books I have. If you can see, I've read them. I've taken the knowledge, but you know what they didn't become to me? They didn't become my gospel. They didn't become my gospel, and they didn't become my truth. Did they help me along the way? Yes. But you got to do the work. You got to go and meditate. You got to go and seek your own knowing and remember who you are. I love y'all. Like, I wholeheartedly love y'all because I know that we are one. And I know the way that I treat another, I treat myself, I treat God, I treat Christ. Because we are one. And if God is all-knowing, God is everywhere, why would you think that any point in your life, God wouldn't be with you? It's impossible. It is freaking impossible. I don't care if you go outside and run somebody over. I'm not telling you to do this, and I'm not saying that is right. Guess what? In that moment, God is still there with you. Now, that choice that you made to do that was yours. And you're going to have a consequence. You have consequences if you do good. If what we consider good and bad. You have consequences for everything. But it's not punishment. It is from your choice that those consequences happen. It is from your choice that those consequences happen. There's no reason that God have to punish you. Why? Why? Somebody make me understand how and why. We were given free will and choices. So why punish you when you make the choice? Because you didn't make the choice that would serve your higher version of you. That's how you learn. And I say this all the time, and somebody thought I was crazy. In order for you to be who you are, you first have to be who you're not. In order for you to experience hot, You have had to experience what cold feels like. In order for you to know up, you would have had to experience down. Come on. Does it not make sense? Am I just literally just talking crazy gibberish right now? Or do you understand what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying in the chat, just type I. If not, you just don't know at all, just leave it. Just leave it. I get it. But come back. Continue to come back because eventually your spirit will shift. It will. It will. Because there is one thing, and I say this all the time, there is one thing. Good. Nope. One can't exist without the other. Right. It can't. So there's one thing. I hear people say this all the time, that our life is predestined. No. Our journey is ours. Our journey is ours. There is only one thing that is predestined. We will always go home. We will always remember who we are and always go back to the oneness. We are all one. We're always going to go home. There is no hell. Hell is a state of being here, right here. If you create for yourself hell, then you will experience hell. You create that with your choices, your words, and your actions, followed by your feelings. Welcome. Stop blaming God. Stop blaming everybody else around you. Stop blaming the government. Stop blaming the systems. Go do the work. Go do the work. Okay? Once you are aligned, I can guarantee you, these things will flow effortlessly. They won't feel like work. Like how you feel right now going to your 9 to 5, pressured, overwhelmed, stressed out, and full of anxiety. When you're aligned, that stops. You won't feel that way. Trust me, I haven't clocked into a job, a 9 to 5, for 5 years. I haven't, and I have 5 kids, and I do it on my own, and I have no worries, guys. I have no stress. I don't let these bills consume me. I don't let them give me anxiety. I don't let them stress me out because I'm aligned, and I move in the knowing that my desires are always met and met in overflow, and that's not easy. That wasn't easy. I didn't just get here because I woke up like this. No, I did the work. And that's what I want for you. And that's what I want for us. Because, baby, it's 2026 and we are in the year of awareness. And this year is ours. We take back everything that we desire. And I'm not talking about them overly desired things such as money, because all we really want is the frequency that money gives us. That fulfillment that we feel from having it. Okay? So, I beg of you, do the work. Absolutely, we all are. We all are. Because we are all one. There's no way. We're all connected. From the trees to the dirt to the sun to the moon. We are all one. And I've been chatting. It's 28 minutes. I said tonight we're going to discuss sin, and I'm going to tell everybody how it goes. This is it. You can ask me all the questions you want. And I will do my best to answer and reply back into the comments. But tonight, there was an overwhelm. There was a lot of them. So I figure, you know what? Since I go live every night anyway, until February, might as well discuss it here. Might as well discuss it now. Don't just read the Bible verses. Don't just take the definitions and read it on the surface level. Go and take that verse. Spirit lead me, and go do some meditation and go do some journaling and let your spirit lead you as to what that knowing of that verse is, not just the surface level or what you've been taught. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to overwhelm you all or do whatever it is that I'm doing to you right now, but I love y'all. I love I don't even know if it's 8 billion people out here. God has given us his word. It is easy for people to speak their own opinion. I trust in God, never a man's interpretation. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. I appreciate that, because at least you know now that that's your truth. That's your truth. It's nobody else's. It's yours. I was literally just reading a book that a lady wrote, and she was saying that when you're in a situation or you have an opinion, it's your word against their word, and then there's the truth. All I know is that this is it. This is my truth, and I can only share with you And I'm not making it your truth, and I'm not saying that it has to be your truth. But what I'm telling you is this. I did the work for this truth. I did the meditation. I did the journaling. I sat still for months on a time. Personal truth. Yes. Yes. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with anybody's belief, because if you believe that, guess what? It has to work for you. And I don't want you to believe it, because believing is not strong enough. Knowing. The reason why I can tell you that I haven't worked a job for 9 to 5, because I know. I wholeheartedly know that I'm going to be good forever. As long as I'm obedient to what I'm being shown from my spirit, and I'm doing it without any rejection from the outside world or another person, I'm taken care of. And that was that promise. Lock into your knowing. And I guarantee you, you will want for nothing. Because wanting doesn't do nothing more but then keep you wanting. Okay? But you will know that you are always going to be blessed in overflow. And I tell you this again, this ain't easy. The truth, Jesus is what does it all for all of us. If that's your knowing and that's your truth, and you did the work for that knowing, then yes, that's your knowing. That works for you, and that's your truth. Thank you, Edwin. Same to you. But I'm telling you, stop just taking everybody's word for it. I don't care if it's your pastor. I don't care if it's your mother. Stop taking everybody's word for it and go seek your own clarity. The truth is a gift. It is a gift. It's absolutely a gift. It's a gift. And when you know, and nothing else can cloud your mind, no doubt can cloud your mind. I know that if I go into right now, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, if I go into a gunfight right now and it's 5 people shooting, I know I will be protected. I know not one of those bullets is going to touch me. And there is no doubt, because the moment you have doubt, that means you don't trust it. You don't believe. But once you know and you lock into that knowing, and that's your truth, there is no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. Okay? And this is not something that just happens overnight. What is the truth, and where does it come from? So your truth is what resonates with you. You know that intuition that you have? That discernment that you get? Discernment. Okay? That's your truth. Your knowledge of what Jesus is. Your knowledge, not what somebody else is telling you. Your knowledge of who the Creator is. That's your truth. Not what someone else taught you, but what truly resonates with you. What truly resonates in you. In you. And no man can work for it. God gave his only begotten Son, and that gift is greater than anything anyone in the world can give. So that's the thing, is we're not talking about external at all. Nobody in the world can give you anything. When you leave from leave this vessel, you can't even take that stuff with you. So yeah, that's not even external stuff. No, I'm not talking about that. Because God is with you always, if only believe. God is with you regardless if you believe or not. Let me tell you that from now. If you believe that God is with you only because you believe, nope. God is there regardless. He's everywhere, in everything. The Creator is everything. It is in every single thing. So I don't care if you're an atheist. Guess what? God is still right there with you. Just because you haven't woken up to it yet, don't mean that you're ever left or forgotten. It's impossible. It's impossible to be left or forgotten. I don't care if you're one of the greatest scientists of the world and you believe no spirituality, you believe nothing outside of this realm. Guess what? God is still with you. Like it or not, God is right there still with you. You can't do nothing about it because God is everywhere in everything. Hello. You will wake up to it one day. You will or not, but you have the chance to do it again. You will have the chance to do it again. I can assure you this. And I tell you, assure you, because I walk in the truth. And it's my truth and it's my knowing. It doesn't make it yours. It's mine. Jesus never wanted us to lock in on everything that he was saying. He wanted us to go and do our own work. He wanted us to go, this I do, you will do more and greater. If you're going to lock in and hone in on the Bible, do the real work. Do the knowledge. Understand what's being taught to you. Understand what's being taught to you. There's so much wisdom in it. But we just take the surface level, or we take what we've been taught. And that, unfortunately, doesn't serve us. I don't care if you're conscious or unconscious, you creating. You are manifesting, and you are creating the life that you see. You are creating the life that you live in. You are the creation of it. You are. So if you want to do it unconsciously, great, but you don't have to. You don't have to. If you go and seek the knowledge and do the work, you don't have to. He goes before you, behind you, and beside you. Listen, Christ consciousness lives within. God, the creator, the universe, spirit, lives within. We are all one. You and I are one. All of us. Like it or not. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what politic you choose. Guess what? There is no separation. There is no separation. Even the man Hitler, we was all connected. We was all one. We may not have agreed with his actions, which is cool. But guess what? In those actions that he was taking, guess who was right there with him? God. There's no separation. If you choose to do something that strays you from the path, that is your choice. You have consequences for it. But in that, the Creator is still right there with you. I have yapped a lot, but I hope you got something tonight. I hope you understood what I was discussing about sin, missing the mark, straying off the path, God always being within. We are never separate from. I hope you did. I have one more night left. I'll be here every Saturday at 7 p.m. Tomorrow ends the 30-day Bible decoding. And I enjoyed my time here. I enjoyed everything. I enjoyed being here. Absolutely right. We became a living soul after the Creator blew his breath into the dirt. This is why we, soul, can't die, because the Creator can't die. Energy can't die. And we are energy. We don't die. And let me tell you this, and I'll say this again. I don't know if you heard me say this other night. Energy flows where attention goes. So place your attention on things that serve you. Okay? Things that you truly want to show up in your life and show up in your reality. Place your attention on that. I'm not saying dwell on it. Place your attention there and align with it and lock in. And it has no choice but to show up in your reality. And count it done and know that it's done. And it'll be there in divine timing. All you can do is plant the seed and let the seed harvest, and you reap what they sow. And you reap what it sows. That's it. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. But that's our normal Saturdays. And then I will see you every other Saturday. And tune into the channel. Subscribe. If any of this resonated with you tonight and you want more of it, and you want to hear it from different perspectives, different Bible verses, or different ways of thinking, connect with me. And you can always email me at shakolesworld@gmail.com. If I don't get to all the comments, because I most likely won't, because there's a ton of them right now I haven't answered. But connect with me. The same as my name, my channel name, shakolesworld@gmail.com. I love y'all. Have a great evening. I'll see y'all tomorrow.